So I'd gainsay that that panel's never been off. Fairly easy. Your door panel pops off, 3 green clips. Then this panel pops up and you can pull these wires. And you got 2 small Torx that go here, a couple of 7mm on the bottom, and a little tiny Phillips up here. And then you just lift it up and pop this top, and it comes off. The reason I did that is I got a couple of issues. One, the switch for the mirrors doesn't work, so I need to troubleshoot if it's getting power and see what the continuity on the switch looks like. Very simple, but you know, if it needs to be replaced, it needs to be replaced. Or if it's not getting power, I need to start troubleshooting where that problem is. Or hell, it could be both mirrors are dead. I don't know, but that'd be kind of unusual, I'd think. The other thing is the where is it? The auto lock doohickey isn't working. I did see it work a couple of times when I got it home, but it has crapped out. And so I need to peel some of this back and find out where that actuator is. They're not terribly expensive if I have to replace it, but I mean, I may take it apart and just see what it looks like inside. And if it's interesting and I can fix it, I'll let you know. So that's where we're at now. Well, I tried cleaning the switch and I got the mirrors to move a little bit, but then it started popping fuses, so I must have tweaked something inside of it, so I'm going to have to order a new one of those. And this, I opened this up to look in there. It's kind of hard to see because it's behind the metal, but it looks like you got to pull the entire latch out to change that piece out. And I don't feel like doing that right now, and it's only like 16 bucks for a replacement actuator, so I just ordered another one of those. So I'll just do it all at once when I do it. But now we're going to put this back together so we can drive it in the morning. Well, got some new parts in the mail, so let's see what we got. All right. Hey. Beautiful. So there we have a mirror switch. So far, that little switch at $40 or so is the most expensive piece I've had to buy for this car. See how the rest of it goes. I'm not going to plug that in yet because I also have door lock actuator motor. So that is what I'm going to attempt to do next. I'm going to pull this back off, see if there's any way to get to it other than taking these completely out and pulling that entire door mechanism, that latch mechanism out. It doesn't look like that'd be too bad. I just don't know if there's any shims in there that hold it one way or the other when it comes to making sure it hits the striker properly. So that's going to be the next step. So I've disconnected the old one and plugged it into the new one, so it's certainly getting a signal. So the signal in the wiring isn't the issue. Now, what's interesting is the existing one is sporadic. It's not... hand in there again. Ow. It's not completely dead. Every now and again it'll work. So I don't know how it's attached though, and I guess I can just pop those, but then you got all of the lock rods and everything else that has to come off in there. Just gets confusing. So I really don't want to take all that out, but I need to do something, because looking at it, I think the one that I have is different as far as the little arm that actuates it than the one that's in there. So this may not work. So I think I have to pull that out somehow. Alright, and there it is. The new one is on. And because this is not a Ford piece, the little latch mechanism that holds it in there didn't quite fit. I had to trim off about a 1/16 of an inch on the end of it closest to me, where so it would go over its bump and actually seat to keep it from coming back out. Weirdly, the old one came off real snug around this other connector, whatever in the world that is, and I was a little worried about almost having to break that connector because I had to move it a little bit, but this one goes right on. So we're going to plug it in, give it a test, and then try to reassemble everything. Works like a champ. Great. So now we're going to try to get everything back in, hooked up, and we will have solved our door lock problem. I call that a win. That thing was like $12. So that's not bad at all. A little bit of a faff because these have blue Loctite on them, so you got to be careful not to strip them. But otherwise, not bad. Not bad at all. So now we're going to finish putting the door back together, get my mirror switch back in, and the electronics on this side are complete. Finished. I know it doesn't seem like much, but those little things just add to the enjoyment of a vehicle. Having everything working makes a big difference. So really, that was under $60 for those parts to fix those electronics, and really the switch was the most expensive thing at over 40 bucks. But hey, it's functional and everything works now. So next, we will see. I've got the air conditioner to tackle, which ought to be interesting, and I still have to finish patching these rocker panels. But she's coming along, and she is slowly getting better.